What's going on, boys? How you doing? Gurvinder, Optimus, Ricky, G Money, what's going on? Great day, guys. Everyone in MSL is crushing it. Trust me, again, I'm gonna say it again. What's up, Dhruv? How you guys doing? If you guys weren't, not trying to brag or anything, but if you weren't in a group with a team, you'd probably be getting destroyed like most traders out there right now. Especially my stock life, we've adjusted very well. What's up, Christian? Very obvious where this market was going. We're going down. Obviously, we're still hitting calls from supports and stuff. If you want to play against the trend, you have to wait for supports, guys. You can't just blindly start buying calls and puts. What's up, Andrew? How you doing? Obviously, in this market right now, it's such a clear sell-off. You can literally buy puts from anywhere. So what's up, Ginger? How you doing, brother? And right now, this is the chart of SPY. So what in this daily chart makes you want to take long out positions on calls? For me, there's nothing. Right now, it's just complete chop. We bottomed on January 24th, big bounce, and now we're right back down. We still haven't taken out the Jan 24th lows on SPY, which is important. Those are down at 420.76. So do we get a move down there? Right now, it looks most likely. Ideal scenario. Let's go over ideal scenarios today. So basically, I've looked over the options positioning for March OPEX, and they're not pretty. Everyone is long VIX. There's probably the most VIX calls I've ever seen expiring in March OPEX. There's the most IWM puts I've ever seen, and they were buying IWM 190 puts for March when IWM was like 220 and stuff. So that was the beginning of it. But even now, there's so many IWM 190 puts. There's SPX puts for in the 3000s. There's QQQ puts. There's NASDAQ puts. There's so many puts for March OPEX. I do believe this market's going to stay like this for a little while at least. Maybe a week, maybe another week. 2 weeks maybe. Until the Fed realizes and March OPEX. Like I said in the newsletter, guys, you got to read the newsletter. So right now, if you zoom out on the SPY weekly, we are below the 50-day moving average. It's the first time we're closing below the 50-day moving average on the weekly since COVID. And before that was 2018 when we had the last rates debacle. So in the rates debacle, we went all the way down to the weekly 200-day moving average and then ran. In COVID, we even undercut the 200-day moving average. But what I'm saying about right now that's different about COVID, during the COVID panic, there was panic selling. We went straight down, panic sold, liquidated everyone, and then we ripped. This is the kind of reaction you want in a bear market. In a bear market, so basically there's two kinds of bear markets. COVID, a lot of people would call a bear market, but the real bear market is a slow grind down. It's very tough trading. Put premiums go up. There's vicious rallies during it that cut out your puts, and then it's just very hard to trade. You have to take A plus. This is something very important. This was a big panic sell situation, so everyone was just unloading, like, let me get rid of my stock any price, I don't care, the world's ending. And that's when you want to jump in calls. Like, you want to wait for it to show a little bit of a bottom or like capitulation, like you guys see this big volume here. That's what you want to see in a downtrend. What you don't want to see in a downtrend is slowly day by day down and then big rips and then slowly down and then big rips. So that's a really tough trading environment we're in right now. What we need right now, in my opinion, is one big flush out. We just need one big panic sell day so we can just get it out of the way, and then we just wait for big volume couple of days, and then we can start taking calls. So that's what I'm looking for right now. Other than that, all the technicals are broken. We're below all the moving averages. The 21. Oh god. Okay. Holy hell. Led to more sell-off. So that's what it looks like right now. We're curling right down into it. And we just completely destroyed January lows. So January 24th was a low in QQQ. I said 334, very important number. We just cruised right through it. SPY is... Sorry guys, my internet's having issues. If it's freezing on YouTube, guys, you guys can just watch it later if you want. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. It does this sometimes for me. But XLF also has not come back down to January 24th lows. IWM has also not come back down to January 24th lows. January 28th on IWM, that's interesting. So the only index that has taken out Jan 24th lows is tech. QQQ is the only index that has taken out Jan 24th lows. That's something to pay attention to. IWM, XLF, SPY have not, so they're holding up better. We got VIX here. As T was pointing out earlier, on the 4-hour chart, we have a cup and handle forming. And if this handle comes above $32, there's going to be a big dump in the market. So let's watch this VIX. Let's see if it gets above 32. And we will see. ES, I sent you guys the levels in the morning here. See if we can get them a little bit farther apart. And the levels pretty much, they did their job almost. Holy God. Fubu ripped. We'll check it out though if my internet ever decides to work. Sorry guys, sometimes YouTube just acts up, especially after a long day of trading. Here's ES right here. I sent these levels this morning. We had 43.90 to the upside, 43.56 to the upside, 43.26 and 43.05. If you watch these levels, price tends to struggle around these levels. You guys seen we came, tested it once, held it that time, small bounce, no real buyers, and then we rolled over and diced right through 2 supports. So that was a sign we're going to have a weak day today. Little bounce here, and look where it rejected, exactly at my 4305 level, and then just flushed into the end of the day here. The last level here is 412.75. That's what I'm watching. It held it at the end of the day, but overnight, let's see if we can hold it. Other than that, Rivian play from yesterday, we had puts. It was a beautiful bear flag forming. It was very obvious to me it was going to break down. This morning was a little sketch because we are due for a bounce any day now. Any day now we can bounce up. That's why I'm kind of cautious. I'm taking one put play at a time from now on. I'm not going to hold like 10 positions in puts when a market rips. It's just going to ruin my account. So we had a perfect bear flag, perfect breakdown. Sold them a little bit too early, but that happens to me a lot. You guys already know that. If you take size and you sell early, I'd rather take size and sell early than take a smaller position and just hold it. You know what I mean? Like, what if it reverses on me? It doesn't make sense. So Rivian overnight, we got the gap down, we got the breakdown, and this one looks ready for even more downside. Rivian, the next support I got down here is way down at 50 bucks, guys. So $50 for Rivian. If earnings doesn't hold it up, earnings looks like March 10th. Still got a time on this one. I will probably be looking for a re-entry on this Rivian short. So watch for that. Amazon was the trade of the week this week from the newsletter for the people that read it. Played out almost to perfection. I think Bookie absolutely nailed this one. Let's go over why. Amazon. So I said on Friday, or on Sunday, sorry, last week, we had this clear level of 30.33. Very important level. If 30.33 breaks by puts, it fills the gap to 28.85. I don't know how a play can get any clearer than that. It took 2 days for this dip, and we lost almost 200, or what did we lose? Almost 115 points on Amazon in 2 days. Put play, very easy trade of the week. Would have worked out any way you played it. So congrats if you took it. And if you read the newsletter, WFC, another one from the newsletter. Clear head and shoulders, ascending neckline here. We broke down, and today was the follow-through day. We went up, retested the support line, and we broke straight down. Next support here is the 50-day moving average, 53.56. Then 53.28. If we go below there, we're going straight to 51s. So WFC is still in play, looks solid. And Roku was the new put play I added at the end of the day there. I just seen the whole market was just flushing, and Roku was just holding up here. So when we got that first sign of weakness, I called these 116s out right here. Immediately we flushed through VWAP. I don't know if a lot of people are rich in MSL or something and they jumped in the puts with me, but immediately this thing just broke down, retested VWAP, failed, and then just dumped to the low of the day. And we closed right around low of day, which I like. And everything's perfect with this one. We get a little gap down tomorrow. We'll probably get 100% on those puts. Even if we get a little gap up, I think we'll still be nicely green on them. Fubu had earnings. Fubu did good on earnings. But I mean, where is Fubu coming from, Dhruv? Fubu, I remember I traded this in the 30s, and I just seen that it was $8. Okay. Let's see where it opens tomorrow. I mean, these kinds of companies have not been getting any type of love from the market. They're growth companies, and I don't know if they make money or not, but right now, this little $1 gap up after the stock went from $35 to $8. Yeah, $35 to $7, and now we're gapping up $1. It's gonna get investors excited, I guess, maybe. But I don't expect us to hold any of these gains, especially tomorrow, especially in the market we're in. It's not going to hold this gap up, I don't think. Other than that, ABBV was called out by one of our members. I actually really like this one, but again, I'm trying to take less positions now. We're due for a rip one day or another. We're due for a rip. And here's ABBV. We made an all-time high today. There is a shooting star candle. Last time we had this candle, we had two days of pullback and then a huge green candle. So do we get 2 days of pullback on ABV? Definitely possible. It's a strong company. It's a dividend company. People want to be in companies like this for equity if stuff does hit the fan. Other than that, one to watch tomorrow that was brought to my attention by Gravinder, I believe, is this McDonald's. I really like this McDonald's. I think, so what I'm watching for on this McDonald's here, we got a very clear head and shoulders on the daily and weekly. It's super obvious. We have a very clear neckline here. This little yellow line. So what I think is going to happen, why I didn't enter today, if we have a green day tomorrow in the market, McDonald's may bounce. So today we went down 1.94%, correct? 1.94% today. Maybe we bounce 1% tomorrow. After we bounce that 1%, maybe it comes and tries this neckline again. If it tries this neckline again, then I will take puts. Because right now it's been straight down in a line, guys. One green day out of the last 2 weeks on one of the most strongest companies in the world. And other than that, I mean, just keep an eye on these companies now. CMG looks like it's ready to break as well. Big head and shoulders here. You got growth names like UPST. UPST actually had amazing earnings. If you guys look into their earnings, they were very, very good. Market really doesn't care about earnings right now. And that's a scary market. UPST came down, almost filled the whole gap. We have a gap all the way to 110-ish. Today we closed at 111, so maybe just $1 more to fill that gap, and then green day in the market should send this one flying. So watch this one for calls if we do reverse in the market. Another one I wanted to go over was one last one. Which one was down 9% today? Don't remember. Let's go over AXP because a lot of people are in AXP as well. This is a beautiful pullback on AXP here. We clearly set a high at 198. It kept trying to get through it, and it just ultimately failed. The market was too weak. We broke below the 8-day. Like I told you guys, if we close below the 8-day, we'll probably go visit the 21-day at least. And now we are almost all the way back down to 187. AXP has a lot more juice in it, in my opinion. If you guys look, every time we're far off the 8-day moving average, when we pull back, it usually pulls back right to the 50 and 200-day. So even if the market continues weak, I see AXP going all the way back to 176, 175-ish. So keep an eye out for that. And thank you guys for attending. I hope you guys had a good day. I know most of MSL did.